Meets and greets to all the gamers out there. This is Gamesmaster Jasper, the Games Master. It's been a while since I last uploaded a video. I wanted to make one, but Gaming Gramps has been sleeping a lot, so I didn't want to make too much noise. A lot of things have happened since I last shared a video. The most important of which is, of course, that the war between gamers and Latinos has finally come to an end, thanks to the Gamer-Latino Peace Treaty. I think we can now finally say that it's safe to be a gamer again. Me gusta, and me gusta videojuegos. The other big piece of news is that we have brought a new gamer into the fold. He's a new gamer and a good friend of mine. And he's here on this show right now.
Hey there.
To all the gamers out there, please say hello to Gamer Frank.
Yo, Jasper, what's the good word, my friend?
Meets and greets, Frank. Happy to have you on.
Well, listen, I was at Club Spinoli the other night. I'm sitting there with my guma, and I'm thinking, what's this interview with Jasper going to be like? Is it going to be good? What's the acoustics going to be like? And I just got to say, you hit it out of the park, my friend. I mean, this is just a 10 out of 10 setup. That Gramps gamer, or whatever his name is, he's funny.
Thanks for the kind words.
He's just lying there in his diaper. What's that gag all about? That's hilarious.
So, Frank, can you tell the gamers out there what you've been up to lately?
Okay, look. Most people know that I'm on here to talk about some stuff that went down recently, where I got banned from several RPG forums, but it ain't my fault. I'm on this forum, right? The RPG boards or whatever. I come on there with good intentions, right? And this guy, Shadowbane, tells me that I won't get into specifics, but apparently it's illegal to love your country. I mean, apparently that's a ban-worthy offense. Which is funny because my grandparents didn't leave Sicily and come here to be told what they can or can't say. So I tell that guy, I got a 50-point vig on half the people in this town. Does he think I'm scared of some snot-nosed punk? And get this, 5 minutes later, I'm banned from every RPG forum this side of the Pacific.
That reminds me of one of the levels in Balloon Fight for the NES.
I mean, look, does that sound like America to you? Anyway, so I call Walter Day, and I tell him, look, maybe I said some things I shouldn't have, but that Shadowbane guy, he's crossing the line. And what does Walt tell me? He says, every gaming path in life must be walked with reverence for the future that lies ahead, and an understanding of the mistakes made in the past. What the fuck does that even mean? It's freedom, right? I'm telling the guy, I got a big out for anyone I want. And he's on about some RPG this or RPG that, rules and warnings and whatnot. But you know what? You can't just settle for a system with just rules. That's not America.
Meets and greets, gamers. This is an emergency Games Master Jasper news broadcast. I repeat, this is an emergency Games Master Jasper news broadcast. I'm happy to announce that we have something special in store for you guys. You see, we've got the inside scoop on possibly the biggest piece of Nintendo news that we've seen in recent years. One of my contacts in Nippon, that's Japan for you gaijins out there, has confirmed that Nintendo plans to add one more playable character to the latest Super Smash Bros. Game. And yes, you guessed it. This character is none other than the infamous Borat. As some of you may know, I previously reported on this fact, but ultimately thought that I had been deceived, for which I apologize to all gamers out there. As luck would have it, however, it turns out that the piece of news was actually true, and that Nintendo had just been really good at keeping the secret under wraps. You see, it turns out that Shiggy himself has been involved in the development of this character, carefully crafting it and programming its moves until perfection, which is why it was not added to previous versions of the game. I've been able to confirm beyond shadow of a doubt that this is the truth, and have even obtained footage from my Japanese contact, and yes, this time it's video footage. Without further ado, I give you the character Borat as an upcoming character in Super Smash Bros. Just beware, the footage is a little bit blurry.
Wawawiwa! Wawawiwa! Tenkui! Wawawiwa! Very nice! Very nice! Tenkui! Wawawiwa! I like that! Wawa wiwa. Wawa wiwa. Wawa wiwa.
Naughty, naughty. Naughty, naughty.
I only have one word to say. Wow, that's impressive. And to think that Nintendo has kept this under wraps all this time. According to my source, the characters' moves are all done. From what I understand, there were some internal disagreements at Nintendo because the character is 4 times as strong and fast as all the other characters. But apparently Shiggy put his foot down and made it clear that Borat's strength is not only going to be canon in the Super Smash Bros. Universe, but the series may even shift over to focus more on Borat altogether, maybe even as a protagonist. Who knows? Maybe we'll even see Borat in other Nintendo franchises, like Donkey Kong or even The Legend of Zelda. Can you imagine Link and Borat teaming up to take down Ganondorf? Or maybe even Borat as the Master Sword? Now that would be something. Well, that's all for this Games Master Jasper News Report. Game safely and game on. Semper Games. Well, folks, that's it for this episode. Before I go, I'd just like to say 2 things. First, I want to stress again that we are in a time of peace. I implore you to not seek out the differences between people, but rather to seek out commonalities in how we game. Remember, a person cannot fight when they have a controller in their hand, so put down both your weapons and your harsh words, and pick up a controller instead. Find a new friend to game with, so say it loud and say it clear. Let's usher in a new era of gaming peace and prosperity, together. The second thing that I wanted to mention is that Shiggy has helped me strike a new deal with Nintendo. If things go well, we'll be seeing a Jasper cinematic universe featuring me and all my friends. This means that myself, Walter Day, and the Jimmy Buffett Gamer will be canonized as inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom. What's more is that Mr. Charles Martinet would fly over from Nintendo HQ and record his voice lines with us. Let's just hope that we won't wake up Gaming Gramps. Well, that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Until we meet again, gamers, Semper Games.